And now we're going to move on to our polynomials. So notice how all of these polynomials, the last 6, have addition or subtraction signs separating the terms. So there's more than one term being put together. Okay? All right, biggest place y'all will mess up tomorrow is that you won't freaking read. So look at this. We are adding. Should you be doing the box method or FOIL or double distribute or whatever method you were taught to multiply? No, you are just adding. Okay, so I do need to distribute this 4 first, but after I distribute it, what am I doing? Just adding. So I'm going to bring down this 8x squared plus 3x minus 6. 4 times negative x squared is negative 4x squared. 4 times 3x is positive 12x. And 4 times 19, 36, should be 76. I'm going to double check since I messed up earlier because my brain is fried. Yep, 76. All right, so once we get here, we're literally just combining like terms. So I've got 8x squared minus 4x squared. That's going to give me 4x squared. Then I have 3x plus 12x, which is going to give me 15x. And then lastly, I have negative 6 plus 76, which is going to give me a positive 70. So this is my answer for these two polynomials added together. All right, moving right along. This next one, again, find your operation. We are subtracting. So am I using box method, double distribute, FOIL? No. When you're subtracting, you are subtracting every term in that second or third polynomial, whatever is behind the subtraction sign. So the first thing I have to do is distribute that negative. Some of you were taught in Math 1 that this is an understood 1, so you're multiplying by negative 1. That is also correct. You'll get the same thing either way. I'm not touching this first polynomial, this trinomial, so I'm going to bring it down. Now for this second one, negative 1 times 2 is going to give me negative 2x squared. Negative 1 times negative 4x is going to give me a positive 4x. And negative 1 times 6 is going to give me a negative 6. All right, so now at this point, remember we're just combining like terms. We're not doing a box, we're not multiplying because we're subtracting. So now I'm just combining my like terms. So for this one, I'll grab a different color for you guys. 5x squared minus 2x squared is going to give me 3x squared. 8x plus 4x is going to give me 12x. And then a negative 2 minus 6. That's a negative 2 and a negative 6. Put those together, you get negative 8. So that is the trinomial that results from subtracting these two trinomials. All right. So our next problem, this one's a little bit tricky. Do not miss this one on the test tomorrow, so I need you to pay attention. What is wrong with this? You just home wrecked. Remember, you cannot take an outside side piece into a loving marriage, okay? That does not work. This is not a monomial, so you cannot use exponent rules, all right? This is a binomial, so if we are squaring something, that just means what mathematically? That we're multiplying it by itself 2 times, okay? So once you get here, we are multiplying. You have 2 terms times 2 more. So if you're doing the box method, that's 2 boxes by 2 boxes, okay? I'm going to double distribute just because I don't have a lot of room. And I'll do the box method later for those of you that like it. So 6 times 6 is going to give me 36. 6 times negative 2x is going to give me negative 12x. Negative 2x times 6 is going to give me negative 12x again. And then negative 2x times negative 2x is positive 4x squared. Please do not forget the x squared tomorrow. There are 2 x's there. That's why it's x squared. Okay? Now, if you combine your like terms here in the middle, this negative 12x and negative 12x, that's going to give you 4x squared. I'm going to put it in standard form because it wants you in standard form on the test. There's another hint. Minus 24x plus, because that's a positive, 36. Is this our final answer? No, good, because On the outside, at the end, they want you to multiply by -3. So that -3 is going to distribute in to these three terms in this trinomial. All right, I'm going to move my answer down here. So this is going to be -12x squared plus 72x minus 108. And this is my final answer. Okay? So please, please, please make sure on the test tomorrow that you are not taking that exponent inside to a binomial, trinomial, any kind of polynomial that has an operator. Okay? You can't do that. That is home wrecking. It'll be wrong. No credit. All right. For 21, this one's super duper easy. Let's use our noggins. Am I going to put one this easy on the test? Probably not, but this is great practice for your foiling or double distributing, okay? So m times 2m, 2m squared. M times -11 is just -11m. Then I've got 3 times 2m, which is 6m. And 3 times -11, which is -33. And now, if I combine my like terms right here in the middle, I just have 2m squared minus 5m minus 33. All right, 2 more. So for 22, you are multiplying a binomial times a trinomial. Remember, I told you guys I was okay if you distributed on these because it still has a binomial. But when you get to 23 and you're multiplying a trinomial times a trinomial, I really want you using the box method so that you can organize your work and you can see what's going on and not get distracted. So for 22, I will distribute just because a lot of you said you needed more practice with that. So this is going to be 4a cubed now because there's 1a here plus 2 more makes 3. 4a times 2a is going to give me 8a squared. 4a times -1 is going to give me -4a. And now I'm done with the green. I'm going to move on to use purple for my second term. And then remember the trick I taught you guys. If you line them up like this, it makes it easier to simplify. So 3 times a positive 2a is 6a. And 3 times a -1 is -3. So now that I have these lined up, this is just 4a cubed plus 11a squared plus 2a minus 3. And that was a lot easier to combine and put together. All right, and for 23, for those of you that love box method, I am doing box method for this one. So just make sure you're really paying attention. If you don't like box method, sorry, I told you I wanted you using a box for 3 terms times 3 more. So if we have 3 by 3, because this is a trinomial times a trinomial, I'll make sure I know how to do this for tomorrow. I need a box that has 3 squares down the side and 3 across the top. So it's going to make a total of 9 terms. So I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so across the top, I'm going to do 6p squared minus 12p plus 13. And down the side, I'm going to do p squared minus 17p plus 4. And then I'm just going to multiply in the overlapping boxes. So this is 6p to the 4th. 6 times -17 is going to be -102p cubed. That's a large number. 6 times 4 is going to be 24p squared. This is going to be -12p cubed. In this box, we have -12 times -17, which is 204. And look at your p's. There's only 2 of them here. 1 here and 1 here, so that's p squared. And then -12 times 4 is -48, and there's just 1p. All right, this is going to be 13p squared. 13 times 17, that's going to be -221p because that 17 is negative. And then 13 times 4 should be, 52. Just double checking since I made it earlier. All right, so once you've multiplied in your boxes, the harder part that y'all will mess up on, so I hope you're still watching this, and you're going to learn from these mistakes that my past students have made, is you guys multiply when you're combining these like terms. P cubed and P cubed, I'm not multiplying those, I'm just putting them together, which means add them, okay?